Good morning, Northtown. Thanks for tuning in to NTV News. I'm Jane Frederick.
And I am Sophie Sepulveda. Today is Monday, September 20th, and coming up, we'll bring you what's buzzing around Northtown, do a Hornet shout-out, internet highlight, and get you ready for the week ahead.
All on NTV News.
First, let's take a look at what's buzzing around Northtown.
The BSU meeting time has changed. We'll instead meet on September 23rd during MTSS in the field house. The GSA meeting will also be on September 23rd.
The Multicultural Club will be meeting in M247 on Tuesday during MTSS. The room can only hold 35 students, so get those requests in early. There will be an informational baseball meeting on Wednesday during MTSS in the Aux Gym. Sign up with your advisory teacher. If you have any questions, ask Coach Dotson.
The homecoming dance will be held in the field house on Saturday, October 16th from 7 to 10 p.m. Only NKCHS students with IDs will be allowed to attend unless bringing a guest. Guest forms may be found in the office with Ms. Carney and must be filled out and returned by Wednesday, October 6th. No guest be admitted without a guest form being approved. Tickets will be sold in the cafeteria during lunches starting Monday, October 11th.
The Distinguished Diploma Conference Club is starting to meet. This club is targeted towards any students in IB, Pre-IB, AP, Gold Medallion, and AVID, but all are welcome. The first meeting will be to discuss the future of the club, including some leadership opportunities students who are interested should sign themselves to Mrs. Nessa in the auditorium on September 23rd.
We would like to give a Hornet spotlight to Faith Heister for throwing a no-hitter against Oak Park. This is a major accomplishment. We hope for a successful season for Faith and the rest of the NKC softball team.
We also want to put the quarterback for the football team, Christopher Johnson, or JJ, in the spotlight. In the game against Fort Osage, he threw for 3 touchdowns and had 261 passing yards. With that kind of stat line, it proves how much of a dominant quarterback he can be for Northtown. Keep up the good work, JJ, and NKC football.
Northtown has many new staff members. This week, we want to introduce the new French teacher, Mr. Hughes.
Northtown welcomes many new staff members this year, one of them being Mr. Hughes, who was previously a modern language teacher at Newmark Middle School for 6 years. He now teaches French 1, 2, and 3 here at Northtown.
I chose Northtown because I really wanted to teach upper level French. Before I was teaching beginning level French up to level 1, and something I really missed was interacting with my students on a much higher level beyond just the basics. French may be not something that students interact with on a daily basis. I really love showing students that there's more to language and to French, the culture, than what they're used to, and maybe expand what their knowledge is beyond just even the United States even. Honestly, I didn't learn French until I went on to college because my high school didn't really give me the opportunity to learn French. It was through my college teachers and professors and the opportunities that I had that really motivated me into wanting to do French and continue French, and the opportunities that I had to study abroad, and the wonderful people that I met both within the United States and beyond the United States really motivated me to want to teach this and make it something I want to do. My favorite thing about Northtown is the wonderful staff that I get to work with. Having another French teacher, having multiple both staff members and the students are wonderful. So I love being here.
On Today in History, the U.S. military ended the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in 2011. This allowed gay members of the military to openly serve and not face punishment for talking about their sexual orientation. It wasn't until this past year that trans people were allowed to serve openly in the military without being discharged. These policies are working towards the military being a safe place for the LGBT community.
In world news, Lebanon gets a new government after a year of deadly force blasts in August 2020 of one of the world's largest non-nuclear explosion that happened in Beirut, Lebanon. This explosion leads to all the fall of the Lebanon government. Lebanon's new prime minister is a billionaire, Najib Mikati, who has already served twice as Lebanon's premier. Mikati visited Lebanese President Michel Aoun in Babada presidential palace, where he signed the decree to form Lebanon's new government. Lebanon is currently a state of financial crisis, and it's controversial whether Prime Minister Mikati will be able to pull Lebanon out of bankruptcy.
For this internet highlight, a trend on TikTok that faces racial controversy. A trend called White Tears trended on TikTok that began from a creator known as Hannah Stocking. The video shows her crying, then stopping completely to smirk at the camera. At first, many attempted to do the same and found it to be a very useful skill for acting. However, many others do not see that to be the case. Outrage from the Black community see the challenge as weaponizing white women's tears for manipulation. Commonly referring to the Tulsa Massacre and the story of Emmett Till, where situations were escalated by the imitation of crying. Whether the original intentions were unknown, it is best to avoid this trend.
Another TikTok trend that's made its way to Northtown is devious licks. Students stealing items from bathrooms have caused many restrooms to be closed during passing periods throughout the day.
Your devious licks are causing the bathrooms to be closed and causing other problems. People actually have to go use the restrooms. Stop these devious licks. The consequences are suspension or possibly arrest. So please, just save yourself the time and don't do these devious licks. Have a great day.
Northtown, please take care of yourselves, each other, and this place. Avoid punishment and a fine, and keep our school building beautiful.
And there's our show for today, Northtown. For photos and announcements, you can find us and like us on Facebook at NKC Journalism. To find more NTV episodes and videos, NTV at NKCHS. And to stay updated on everything that's buzzing around Northtown, follow us on Twitter at Northtown News. Thanks for watching. Northtown, keep it classy.
And as always, it's a great day to be a Hornet.